Hill and valley, mount and meadow, field and forest, bird and flower, join with us in praising Mary, wondrous creatures of God's power. Join with us in praising Mary, wondrous creatures of God's power. Gentle streams and balmy breezes, let your silent admiration of the Virgin God's own Mother blend with ours in proclamation of the Virgin God's own Mother, blend with ours in proclamation. Pure and perfect of creation, you were chosen by the Father in His plan for our salvation, sending Christ to you, His mother. In His plan for our salvation, sending Christ through you, His mother. Slava Jesus Christus, Slava Navika, glory be to Jesus Christ, glory be forever. This is Father Basil again, doing another short podcast. And today, October 2nd, yesterday was October 1st, where we celebrated that feast of the protection of the Mother of God, Pokrov. And for those of you who don't know what this feast was all about, protection of the Mother of God, you know, Mary is always our spiritual mother. And she loves us like she loved her own Son, Jesus Christ. She always wants us to be safe, to be part of God's family, and just to remember that protection she offers us, that spiritual protection, is the most important thing that we can have from the Mother of God. And that she appeared to the people there, that she always is our mother. Just like a mother protects her children, Mary protects us in the spiritual sense from the evil one. And, you know, she had left her robe, her veil, and her belt, and at that church, and she wants to make sure that we remember her obedience to God, her obedience to her Son, Jesus Christ, and through her obedience that we are protected from all misfortune. That's something we don't often think about, how obedient we have to be saved in the spiritual sense. And, sometimes we have to be reminded that our spiritual salvation means sacrifice. Jesus gave us that ultimate sacrifice on the cross. And He showed us what real sacrifice is, of sacrificing our very life for our salvation. And Mary always takes our prayers to her Son, Jesus Christ. And by doing that, reminds us of her own sacrifice. Mary gave her will to the will of God. And it's important to remember that Mary decided by her own free will to have Jesus, or to bear Jesus to this world. Nobody forced her to do that. When the angel Gabriel came down from heaven to tell Mary what was going to happen, she basically said, my soul magnifies the Lord, or let your will be done. She was joyful that God had picked her to be the one to bring Jesus into this world. And we can learn from that as well. Are we joyful? Are we joyful when God chooses us to do something to bring joy and happiness to this world, even if we have to sacrifice our own will, even if we have to sacrifice what we want? Are we happy to bring joy to this world? That's what we can learn from Mary. So yes, she's a spiritual mother, and we honor her, for being the mother of God, the mother of our Jesus Christ, who gave us salvation. God bless you.